Good afternoon, close to good evening for some. Thank you once again for joining me. This is Drive Time with Caesar. I don't know. New series just started now. Probably only gonna last a day. Whatever. Anyway, so I shoot these videos whenever I can, however I can. And just recently posted a video about the three socialist candidates that are running for office here. One for governor, that would be Andrew Gillum, and the two Congress people, Ocasio-Cortez, and the new candidate here in Massachusetts, Presley. Congratulations, I guess, for winning your primaries. These people actually beat incumbent Democrats, well entrenched Democrats. So I guess in that sense, they're breaking the quote unquote establishment. But I just want to add a little bit more to that, just to this idea that socialism is getting a foothold in the United States of America. And there's obviously a reason for that, all right? So, we see that people are generally disenfranchised with Democrats, liberal Democrats in general. And it's not so much the Democrats or liberalism that they're disenfranchised with, is that they see these Democrats in name only, as far as what I can see, and what they're seeing is actually corporatists. And they see these Democrats that by all intents and purposes, don't really act much like Democrats. They act like the ideologues that they were trained not to, like the Republicans and this sort of thing. And so there's a part of the Republican Party, the Republican in name only, rhinos, of which the band leader, the senator from Arizona, who recently passed away and had a funeral just this past weekend, and so we notice that these Democrats and people of this rhino ilk were very cozy with each other, and they kind of colluded in a certain sense together to pass certain things. It was like this globalist agenda, and for the liberals, the draw and the allure of it was this control of kind of being able to have oversight over their underlings, the people that they were in their districts and states and stuff that they were in charge of. With the rhinos, these globalists, it was that whole agenda of centralized government. They were trying to push their idea, across the world, but it doesn't work. Okay, and then it didn't work, and people fought against it, which is a main reason why when they put up their candidate Hillary Clinton, pretty much the most reviled candidate ever, she lost. I mean, they were pushing it. Both sides of the aisle were pushing it. They guaranteed that she was going to win. 99% she was going to win. Donald Trump had no shot. And Donald Trump came from behind, even within his own Republicans, and begrudgingly had to be supported by these entrenched Republicans as well. So he gets into office. Obviously, he just blows away every conjecture that was made on his defeat, and ends up winning, takes office, immediately gets to work, just like he said, immediately starts putting through these policies that have made the United States better. Tax cuts, deregulation, these sort of things, improving veterans affairs. And you know what? He keeps harping on these things. He keeps talking about these things. People look at it like it's a bad thing. Oh, he's just repeating the same old things that he's doing again. But here's the reality. He's been in office, less than 2 years now? coming up on 2 years, and he has accomplished more in 2 years than the last president did in 8, and the previous 3 actually, really managed to get through. At every turn, this president is being hated upon, spit upon, and that has given rise, all right, by these loud voices that hate him so much, but that also hate the fact that the Democrats put someone like Hillary, such a weak candidate, up against them, that they couldn't believe that they would put such a candidate like that up, given all her flaws, and that candidate lost. That was just the clincher right there. They just could not deal with it, and so what happens? They're not really in love with the Democratic Party. So these progressives that were trying to push Bernie Sanders, that were the Democratic Party, basically stole that primary away from Bernie Sanders, and because of Hillary and her money and all that. This faction has been lifted up. It's like they're coming up like foam, okay, and they're starting to crown the top of the beer, so to say, and they're the ones that are being accepted. They're the ones that are being pushed forward, and people are saying, well, we don't want the Democrat Party, we certainly don't want Trump, so we're just going to go all the way over here, because you know what, we're already there anyway, okay? We believe in these things and all these socialist ideals, the free everything, and without really considering how it's going to be paid for, and open borders and let everybody in and all this sort of stuff, and and as I've stated in other videos, that is just national suicide as far as I'm concerned. However, they're putting these people out. They're getting elected. They're knocking down establishment Democrats. So what is that going to do to the Democratic Party? I believe that they're seeing that and they're saying, wow, we've got to go even further left. We've got to become super radical. And so that's what you see. You see that happening. You see it especially in this current situation with the Supreme Court nominee Kavanaugh, and the way that the people on that committee, the Democrats, are playing games between Cory Booker and Kamala Harris and all of these types like that. They're making sure that they are loud and they are proud and they are just taking these extreme positions and just doing whatever it takes, whether it's being truthful, cheating, Cory Booker disclosed documents, private documents, okay, classified documents, and he said, all right, fine, kick me out of the Senate, I dare you. But this is how these people are. They have to do this. In order to save their skin, they have to go as far left as they possibly can. But here's what's going to happen. It's going to be so clear, all right, how extreme they are. And I'll be honest, all right, I believe for the most part that most Americans, that even those that call themselves liberal, all right, and even far left liberal, have got to look at this and say, these people are a little bit off the reservation, and that's going to cause some pause there. Do I think that some of these socialists that have been nominated are going to get into office? I absolutely believe they are. Some will. But where it counts, in the positions where it counts, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to happen. All right? I don't believe that it's going to happen. I don't believe that a socialist governor can be elected in the state of Florida, for instance. And I said this in my recent video that I just put out a little while ago. It's not going to happen. All right? This person doesn't even understand economy, doesn't understand even how to pay for, he doesn't even understand how to pay for these tax tax increases. He said, oh, we're going to tax corporations. Really? You're going to tax Disney? All right. Hey, listen, I'm not saying that Disney is a conservative bastion, because they're not. But for number one, you're in the Bible Belt. And at the end of the day, Disney loves their money. All right. They want to keep as much of their money as possible. So they're not going to let some guy come in and say, oh, sure, increase our tax burden by 40%. Absolutely. Here you go. So you can pay for all your programs. Not happening. But listen, like I said, socialists will be elected into office. All right. But then now that means that you're going to have the party of Trump, which is not, it's a new version of the Republican Party. And we see more of those type of candidates coming into play, more reasoned Republicans. We're getting rid of these rhinos. You got your standard establishment Democrats, and you're going to have these socialists. There's going to be choices there, but we need to make the right choice. Trump has been fighting uphill and against every single thing that is thrown against him. And I'm surprised the guy has gotten done what he has gotten done. But he needs our help. At the midterms, we need to vote for the right people. And in 2020, we need to make sure he gets reelected. All right, everybody. I'm picking up my daughter at gymnastics now. She's here. Peace out. You guys take care. Bye-bye.